Hey everyone, Jeff Jones here with Violand Management. Recently, I was social distancing with a group of friends over a couple beers. We started talking about the incredibly stupid things we've all spent money on during the pandemic because we're so bored. But I did a little research. You know who's the king of spending money on incredibly stupid things? Our friends, the U.S. government. I came across a couple recent examples here. Did you know last year Uncle Sam spent $9 million studying the effects of what happens when you quarantine fruit flies? Yeah, now they could have just waited out a year and let it play out in real life with real people because they got the exact same results. Turns out the fruit flies all gained 30 pounds apiece, became experts in mixology, and spent their evenings gambling online in the underground yet fascinating sport of ferret bingo. Uncle Sam also spent $160,000 to document how the turkey was domesticated tens of thousands of years ago. Haven't read that one yet for obvious reasons. I can only assume that they found a bunch of them, quarantined them, and then just gave them a crap load of takeout food and booze till they were too fat to waddle away. The government also spent $1.3 million studying if you spoil your cat, would it be less likely to poop outside of the litter box? Spoiler alert, no, they're still cats. They're gonna poop on your pillow regardless of how much salmon you give them. No, it's kind of like when you come across your friendly neighborhood human resource manager every morning in the hallway and you think, this is going to be the day that I'm going to wave and smile and say hi because maybe then they won't be a killjoy and might actually become a valuable resource to the company. Never going to happen. They're human resource managers, killjoys. It's what they do. My favorite story, though, is actually from a couple decades ago when NASA first got up and running, and they had this thought of, someday when we're in space, we might have to write things down. So we're going to need a pen that will write in space in zero gravity. And these things just don't do it. So the U.S. government spent millions and millions of dollars to invent the space pen. At the same time, the Russians looked over at their Russian cosmonaut guys and said, here's a pencil, comrade. Great story, right? Except it's not true. Pencil shavings and broken tips are incredibly hazardous in space, so nobody used them. But the space pen does exist, but it was not invented by NASA. It was actually invented by a private company, a small business called the Fisher Pen Company. To this day, they still make space pens. They saw a problem, they created a solution, and then they marketed and sold it for profit. To this day, both U.S. and Russian space agencies purchase Fisher space pens to use in the International Space Station for $2.39 a piece, which still creates incredible profit for the Fisher Pen Company, who then gets taxed on those profits at an incredibly high rate so that our government can go quarantine more fruit flies. Now, you might be concerned about some of the ways your company is spending money, and you probably are realizing, hey, we've got some things that we need to work on. We need real solutions, and we got to figure out how to implement and who's going to do it. There is no better tool out there for your company than a business plan. The Violand business planning retreats are still moving forward, but we have implemented multiple new procedures to dramatically increase the safety for our participants. We are taking that very, very seriously. October in Canton, Ohio, November in Captiva Island, Florida. You can build a 2021, that just sounds great, 2021 strategic plan, a 12-month marketing plan, and a full financial pro forma, KPIs, benchmarks, budgeting, and forecasting. It will make a dramatic effect positively on your company so you quit spending money on crap. We'll see you next week. Go to violandplanning.com for more information.